I'm Kay Berkson, and I am founder of Changing Worlds. I created the project that evolved and turned it into the Changing Worlds organization. My original vision, was for a project that a community building project for a particular school and for Hibbert School in Albany Park. I went in as a photographer who had become very interested in stories, and in the school where the families had spoke many different languages and came from many parts of the world, and it was very diverse, and thought it would be it could be really valuable to do photographs with stories of some of the families from different places, and as a kind of a resource for the school and a way to value everyone's background and stories and encourage more of that kind of sharing. The original idea for this, I actually had several years before I was able to start it, but it came from a woman, a Native American woman whose child went to a school. That school was in Uptown, where there were many people that were there from different countries, and she said, I look at them and I wonder where they're from and what's their story, but I never know because no one talks about that. And when she said that, I had this idea that I would love to work in a school like that. And I had this sense that a school should feel like a community where people feel that they're part of it and they're connected. This woman and child are from Bosnia, and at this dinner, when I think people had time to look at the stories and the photographs, it was for the families and their translators. We used translators to help us to interpret interviews. And an Eritrean woman asked me if I could introduce her to the Bosnian mother, and I did. And she said, I read your story. I'm glad you're all right. Your story's a lot like ours. And when I heard her say that, it just spoke to so much about what this was about, was making connections. Now, we put up this exhibit. It grew over time with the languages. And I originally imagined that this would be a 2-year project, that it would take 2 years to do this exhibit, and then I would probably try to take it somewhere else. Well, it took a lot longer because we did many other things along the way, like the activity guide and classroom stuff and events. But also, no one felt that this exhibit should leave the school. And in fact, it's still there today. But we made a traveling exhibit, and we completed it in time for the Millennium New Year's Eve, and it was installed at the hotel where Mayor Daley had this New Year's celebration where he had invited people from every country in the world to come to Chicago for the Millennium New Year's. And originally, the Changing Worlds name, it was the name of the project, and it referred to that it was a focus on people whose worlds had changed, and also that they were changing our worlds too.